Hi guys, welcome back. Another video, another day, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the stuff that I actually did off camera because yesterday was definitely pretty hectic for me, given it was the first time I ever did this, and my thoughts were all over the place, and I was really just not able to talk that well, and so this time around I did organize some of my thoughts, but I'm still going to be essentially going off of however I feel, whatever I want to talk about. And so, I mean, let's just get into it, right? So, from the outside, this is what I've done. And yeah, it doesn't really look that good. However, from the inside, are you ready? Are you ready? Wow, right? Wow, like pretty nice. Oh, and let's not forget the elephant parrot in the room. Uh, Parrot with no name, but I do have a name tag here, and I'm sure the astute of you can notice I'm using Doku Craft. I love this texture pack, um, and legitimately speaking, which I've noticed I actually said legitimately a lot, and I'm probably gonna keep saying it. Um, One of my favorite. I really like this texture pack. I stopped using it for a while, and I probably won't stick to it forever in regards to this playthrough, because I'm just not the best when it comes to like identifying blocks. I mean, that's entirely why you could even see the mod Jade on top of the screen. Uh, but yeah, I wish Jollycraft was available for this version, but it's not. But that'll come in time. And so today's plans, I really wanted to actually get more established with the cows and the chickens, and then mine. I mean, this is Minecraft after all, right? Um, and so I made sure to tuck my inventory, tidy it up, I should say, and let's just get into it. So, like, wow, this I love this texture pack. It looks so nice. This is the light version, and let's see the state of how things are. Whoa, dog and bone. Are we gonna get lucky here? Probably not. Let's see. Oh, dude, the first bone, the first bone dog. Nice. Let's see. Whoa, hi to you too. So let's get going, I guess. You wanna go? You wanna come? Oh, I'm sure they'll follow. Anyways, yeah, here's this amazing thing that I was constructing here to begin with. Um, New eggs, ready to go. Nothing. Whoa, whoa, look at that. I didn't even know that it would like give you eggs like that. Dude. Actually, these chickens are like good for now. They can do their own thing. What the heck? Okay. I think what I'm actually interested in getting these cows. And so let's cut down this tree. Um so as towards the things that I wanted to get into talking about today, um, you know, I said I was a gamer and I had hobbies, and I only listed like a couple of games. And so I think I'll just talk about what I've been doing recently or playing recently. Aside from the obvious, which is Minecraft, I've been playing Dragon Quest 11 and on the PC, and overall, really liking that game. I mean, the music's really good, and however, it gets very repetitive very quickly. And I mean, I guess you're playing it more for the fact that it's just such a long going and well received franchise that's been around for like what, decades now. And so yeah, I'm interested in playing the rest. And I mean, it's just good, wholesome game for sure. Um, and the game that is like complete opposite to that, which I've also been playing, but I played this for like much longer, was Shimigami Tensei 5 Vengeance. And I gotta say, um, aside from the very obvious Gunner bait with all the models, uh, the music, everybody feels this way, but wow, I literally cannot stop listening to the tracks. I love the battle themes in the song, and I've been like contemplating on adding them to my gym playlist because I enjoy them so much. Um, and wow, is my pick's breaking already. I mean, I did break a lot of trees, but I didn't really pay attention. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5, I love that game. I'm about like 60 hours into it, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been doing the best because I had the amazing plan to, see, like, I thought, I am gamer, I'm good at game, so let's play on the hardest difficulty available from the start, and that's been going as good as you could imagine, with me frequently dying and needing to move around my entire party and you know just really focus on like learning from my mistakes, which I haven't gotten to a wall just this second. Everything's been like feasible, but I do feel the creep come in terms of that not being the case, and so I'm just really looking forward to the rest of the game. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not super big into the story, but I don't really play games for the story. To be honest with you, I think most of the time I'm just playing for gameplay. That's just me though. So what about you guys? Anybody who's listening, are there? How do you feel about those two games, Dragon Quest XI, Shin Megami Tensei 5? Have you played them? And if you haven't, I mean, I would really recommend. Uh, Honestly, between the two, I like Shin Megami Tensei 5 more, and so I would recommend to play that one, but maybe not on the hardest difficulty, because I think as I've been getting older, I've been really trying to not focus so much on like the difficulty of the game in a very masochistic way. I mean, I played a lot of Dark Souls, as I was saying last time, and I think I did it in a way which is like I was trying to prove something to myself, and that's a bit of like a returning theme in my life, is just kind of always trying to prove that I am good at things. Being really hard on myself, and I think what I've come to the conclusion of is like, why should I do that? Like the game is supposed to be fun, and I think I definitely find the challenge fun, but I think there's other times where having a challenge isn't the only way to have fun, and I've been definitely learning that. And also, whoa, more clipping little trees that we're seeing there in the background. I wonder if this is because I'm using Voxy? Irish shaders in Voxy. Hopefully this doesn't corrupt the world. But anyways, we should probably now that we've gone to these animals and looks like the sun is setting, maybe we'll like head back inside. Whoa, what if we get another dog? Let's see if I'm lucky enough this time to get another one. Whoa, guys, I'm not using hacks, I swear. What can I say? The dogs just love me. But I don't know if they're capable of coming with me up there. Let's find out. I know when it comes to crossing large bodies of water, the dog can get like caught, but I don't remember if they can like actually go up something. Oh, okay, they can. Okay. Here's the real question. I think, yeah, I should probably breed some with the only stake that I have, and because I definitely don't want them to die. I think, especially right now, in this hardcore playthrough, I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Maybe it sounds a little cold-hearted, but I wouldn't mind having, like at least 2 dogs at the home at any given time. Yeah, puppy, puppy. I'm sorry to say it, but your fate is to come with me in the world and to journey. I really wish there was what, dog armor? Is that a thing? I know for the longest time it wasn't. And don't worry, Parrot, I haven't forgot about you. You're definitely gonna get the name tag first. But man, this place is really shaping up. I'm really feels pretty cozy in here. Let's see how it looks from the outside or on the roof, I should say. Um, yeah, definitely not that amazing, but you know we'll get to that with time. Should probably sleep for now and look for a cave because um, I really want armor and actually, yeah, I have like gold here. I could probably use that as armor, just for the time being. I know it's not amazing, but I mean better than nothing, right? Uh, and so this is my precarious building that's going to be leading to that mesa. I think. What can I do now while we're waiting for this gold to get fucking ready? Uh, Here, let's continue bridging out and uh, just keep doing this infinitely because the goal, one of my long-term goals, Mesa, connect these two biomes, and uh, I really in my forever worlds, which I do have a forever world, and I would have loved to play on there. Honestly, that's sort of what made me want to really, get into recording myself was because I spent so many hours, like a few, what, like for the past like 2 months, playing on my forever world, and what the what the heck, dude? What the, this guy just like knocked the words out of my mouth. What the heck? Dude, whoa, 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 damn, what the heck? That guy's freaking crazy. What a freaking madman. My God. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'm not messing with that guy. What the hell? I freaking need armor. Dude, what a freaking tryhard, man. Yeah, that'll learn you. Next time you try to mess with me. Yeah. You see that, spider? That can be you. That might be you. Okay, well, what was I even saying? Dude, I mean, whatever. It's gone now. The words, my thoughts. My God. Yeah, that's exactly why I decided to make a forever world, or not a forever world, a hardcore world, was because I definitely think I would run out of uh, feelings of terror that gives me the objective of not to die. And if this world doesn't go as planned, I will probably uh, my following videos would probably just be like a survival world. And I think I was even debating on playing on like an older version. Which version? Not really sure. I do want to use what Jollycraft, one of my favorite texture packs, but it's what on 1.20, and so I was debating on that, or even going and using like an older one version because uh, I mean, what at that point wouldn't it just be for nostalgia, the vibe? Um, Ever since I've gotten back into playing Minecraft, I've honestly just been playing on the newest versions because it's just been something that I mean, what I think new game, you get all these features, and sure they can get like very repetitive, or maybe like in the case of Minecraft, just feels too processed. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. Just because something's popular doesn't mean it's bad. And I think what like older versions of Minecraft definitely less popular. Um, but yeah, I do want to get the nostalgia, and I think the first version I played, if not Pocket Edition, was 1.6.5, I think that is, yeah, when I actually got into playing Minecraft. And I gotta say, that was that was a pretty uh, weird time. I mean, the story with me playing Minecraft, and, and then also I'm just gonna go this way because I'm trying to, yeah, I want to find a cave, um, and I'll get some of these for now, just for the time being. Um, Me playing Minecraft all started 1.6.5, and it would have been a bit before that, but the reason why it wasn't was because I was a child and I didn't have a computer that I could play on, and my mother was very adamant for me to never use her device, and so I begged her, like, extremely. I was like, "Mom, please, 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 can I play Minecraft? Can you get me a laptop?" And I had no idea about what it took to actually run the game. I was a kid, and so she did get me a laptop, but it was like ridiculously old. I think it had like it didn't even have a gigabyte of RAM, and I mean, if that doesn't just tell you immediately that it was not made to play Minecraft, I don't know what does, because when I booted into the game, which took forever to freaking load, um, I saw like a pig and it was running at like 1 FPS a second, and then it crashed. Like, it instantly crashed and it threw an error, and I was completely heartbroken. I, I really, really wanted to play the game, and I was then, nope, not you can't play it, and then I took it upon myself to, I googled the error, looked it up, and from there that kind of prompted me into learning about computers, which I'm definitely not like a tech wizard or anything like that. Um, I'm at least competent, I would say, when it comes to um, knowing my way around an operating system. Like, for example, I do in fact use Linux. I'm currently using Nobara as my main distribution, and I mean that's been its whole thing by itself. I mean, I've moved to it. I think it was a year and a half ago now, and in that time, it was definitely what the growing pains of learning a distribution that you never, I don't know, like that isn't Windows, was definitely something that was difficult. But I mean, all of these modern distributions are just so user friendly that um, I really wasn't discouraged at all to keep going, and I'm really happy I made the switch. I mean, like, literally, fuck Windows, man. Fuck all these big tech companies, and man, this place is like a dead end. But yeah, that was a really great decision, me switching to Linux. And, to actually even edit this video, it took, oh no, I'm going through circles. um, yeah, it's for me to even edit this video, I had to learn all of the free applications that were available. And um, I was actually, I'm not like a newbie when it comes to like editing things, but I'm definitely out of practice. Um, I was in, I was actually, I'm currently in college. I've been for a while now. Just between you and us, started to fill some of my classes this, few semesters now, because for just life reasons. I mean, I think it was very difficult to transition from prior military and all the problems I kind of got from that, and yeah, affecting my ability to be in class and not be anxious. And that's a whole story in of itself. Um, and oh man, dude, this place is like making me like lose my freaking words again, because I'm now focused on somehow finding anything in this maze. The heck? Oh yeah, I was talking about being in college and my journey through there. Um, while I was in, and while I'm still in, I've actually changed my major like many, many, many times, um, which wouldn't have been feasible if I, you know, didn't have the ability to go from the military. Which, I mean, I guess that was cool, but the things I was doing, I originally went for computer engineering, and I'm not gonna lie, I instantly switched out of it because I just, you know, I went from one 4 year commitment to another 4 year commitment with the prospect of a lot of work that needed to be done. And I was burnt out, It wasn't something that I could really see myself wholeheartedly doing for too long. And so I thought maybe I can do something in like the arts. I've always been into drawing, painting, that sort of side of things. And um, I just never thought that I could do anything with it though. And so I did have a brief moment of like, okay, maybe I should try to try, but it was like product design. So I thought like, let's blend together. Let's blend together this creeper exploding while I'm talking. Well, Enderbra. No. Yeah, let's try to make it something that seems like it could be a job when I get out, product designing and stuff. And so I was learning how to do CAD, and I had some Photoshop classes, which were extremely easy, and even in like a drawing class. And my mental instability at the time told me you can't keep doing this, and so I decided to switch out from there. And like what I did next was kinesiology, and a bit of the same story there. I just didn't really feel calling to it, and out of that I then switched to, what was it, from kinesiology I switched to, oh, it was back to computer engineering actually. And so I did quite a bit of computer engineering, um, and ultimately I did switch to biology with a concentration in marine science. And so that's what I'm studying right now. And whoa, I need to be careful. Okay, I really need to be careful. Um, and yeah, I mean, doesn't feel quite like the calling, but I do love marine animals. And I think with enough time, I can grow to like the field and maybe really grow a passion out of it. At least that's the hope. And you know, I'm I'm excited to be done soon. I should be graduating next year, and from there, I'll see where it takes me. Um, but let's see. This place is definitely gonna make me quiet because, oh yeah, I'm already seeing a freaking skeleton with an enchanted bow. But I do see the sweet, sweet diamond, the diamond, the elusive, elusive diamond. Let's see how much I'll grow to regret this decision. Hopefully not. Hopefully this isn't going to be the quick demise of this playthrough that just has begun. Well, there's even more down there. Okay. Let's just be very careful with how we approach this. Oh, there's... And just like that, we got diamonds. Yeah, um... what can I say? Not the first time I played this game. So, other things that I wanted to talk about. Monster Hunter. Yep, I am a hunter. I like Monster Hunter. The first Monster Hunter I played was actually World, and I really wanted to play it when the first game came out, and I just couldn't get into it. I mean, at first, because I went from the fast, more like what felt like quick timing of Dark Souls to the more methodical commitment sort of feeling of that game. And was it not something very difficult to get used to? Um, let's see, how much armor do I have? 2, 5, 3, 2. Yeah, I think I'll just keep that for now, and then try to get these diamonds down here. I am a bit nervous though, because but fuck it, man, let's go. Hopefully I don't grow to regret my decision. But yeah, Monster Hunter, again, I tried to get into the game for a bit, and it was very, very hard because of the gameplay and just being so foreign. I mean, the learning curve for that game is freaking insane, man. But once it clicks, I mean, goddamn does it fucking click. Because I was like, I put 450 hours in that game. And that was very unheard of for me. Like, that's always been unheard of for me. I don't really find games that I'm willing to put such like large amounts of hours into. And that game did it. And it ultimately became like a huge interest of mine. And my journey through the weapons, I first started with the insect glaive, despite a friend of mine being like, don't use the insect glaive because of how difficult it is to, get good with the thing. And I remember killing the Anjanath with it. I grinded for his like whole set, and kind of really wasn't worth it, especially with anyone who's played the game knows like this was like around when Iceborne was already out, so I mean, so much game to get to, and like not really the best use of my time, but I mean, I was having really fun, so it's not a big deal. Wow. Okay, this is getting hairy. Ow. Okay. Dude, this is actually getting extremely bad. I need to either block myself off or let's see. Wow. Heart's beating really fast. Okay. I'm gonna sit in here for a little bit and regen my health. Do I have any food that's more substantial? No, I don't. Well, looks like we're sitting in here while the health regens. Don't really want to use those apples just yet. But yeah, so I started with the insect glaive. Then I switched to the switch axe. Get it? Switch to the switch axe. And that was like, honestly, that was the weapon I used from the start of the game to the end of the game. I really enjoyed that weapon, and it was just like really clicked with me, and I got pretty decent with it. And from there, I thought like, hey, let's try Charge Blade now, and I did, and it wasn't as difficult as people made it out to be, for me at least. And I mean, not to say that it's not a good weapon. I really liked it. I actually played for Ultimate using it, and never beat the game though. But I can see why people really like the weapon. You know, it's fun to get into the groove of like switching between all the states, and you know, really knowing when to use your amped discharge. Um, but the sword, or what I ended up using that was in wilds, was I used the greatsword, and that weapon was like really fun to use. I really enjoyed it, and I can, you know, I like berserk just like many other men and guys in general, and so yeah, I definitely felt the call to have big sword, and do not regret the decision to do that. And I think the weapon aside from that I really liked was the hunting horn. It actually started off, the reason I used it was because and I know a lot of people kind of don't use it, it's not a very popular weapon, is because of, you know, like I really liked how weird it was, you know, like performing combos and melodies and just being the person. Honestly, one of the most valuable people in the freaking team. You get somebody with a freaking good hunting horn, and like you guys are set. Um, and I really enjoyed, yeah, using it, and um, played a lot of the game through that as well, using it. And after the hunting horn, I started to use. I think the weapon that I really like, but I am not good with, and I needed to get like a lot more practice to be better, was gun lance. I mean, especially in wilds, right? You know, they added like all of these really cool animations with it, and yeah, I just wanted to use it, and but I didn't want to play through the whole game again. I kind of liked, you know, I know you can go back and like kind of do hunts with the weapon and kind of get used to it from there. But I wanted to, I kind of liked playing the game and needing to, what's it called? Have to grind to get better equipment. However, at the same time, I did not want to play Wilds again. And I also was a bit burned out from World. And so that's why I kind of just didn't. But I think the next time I return to the game, I will. Um, which I have not played in a bit now, though. And I mean, yeah, that's the thing. And wow, I'm getting a lot of diamonds right now. Whoa! Wow, okay. Really happy I got this freaking shield. Um, so what's some other stuff that I can tell you guys? Hmm. This is like honestly the ultimate test of my ability to talk right now, being in this very not safe place and trying to keep the conversation freaking going. Um, so recently I completed Peak by myself. You guys know that game? Um, yeah, Peak came out last year, and I gotta say I really liked it. I really like platformers, especially like the climbing ones. Um, you know, it's very Dying Light-esque, and I love Dying Light. Great game. I haven't played the new one that came out, but you know, I am interested in it once it's not ridiculously expensive. Like all the games nowadays, you know, you gotta love Minecraft. Buy it once, and it gives you hours upon hours upon hours of gameplay. Uh, Dude, that place does not even look worth it. It doesn't look even remotely worth going there. I saw a witch and two creepers, and you know there's probably a skeleton like off in a corner. I got like 9 diamonds. I mean, I feel like maybe this should be considered a W for now. But and there's other things I want to talk about in a less stressful environment. But oh man, the mine is still calling me. You know, I want this iron. What are you guys' opinion on this deep slate? Not gonna lie, I kind of fucking hate it. I really don't like it. Um, I like the world gen being, like larger, you know, in the vertical axis. However, I don't like that it's at the price of harder packed Earth, and I get it, a bit more quote unquote realistic or something, but it just takes a really long time to mine. And on my Forever World, actually, I had a first-hand experience with how difficult it was to mine because I made a quarry, like a one chunk hole to the center to bedrock, and that was uh, honestly a bit therapeutic at one point, but also extremely, extremely tedious. And I wonder if that's freaking skeleton still here. I'm seeing a lot of dudes. Yeah, nah. Let's call it quits for now. Um, I think a smart person knows when they need to leave, and I probably should be smart because I don't want to die, and I also do not have any other blocks, so I should probably get some. Another game that I've been interested in wanting to play was Persona 3 and Persona 4. Not gonna lie, I listened to some of the music for Persona 4, and I'm not the hugest fan. I actually, I listen to a lot of, again, like metal and electronic music, more with like edgy aesthetic or something, and so listening to those soundtracks, I mean, that's why I like Shin Megami Tensei 5, right? I think kind of felt up my alley. But those ones, and maybe just from the few tracks I heard, I get the game is trying to be more happy. And yeah, so I'm going to try to keep an open mind and play because I know everybody swears by it. But I still got those other ones to play. And now Minecraft in this world is hardcore world. And so definitely something that I want to, and I'm going to though. And so if anybody does end up watching these videos and it's before I do finish those other two games, just let me know if you want to see me play those, and I will. Maybe I will anyways. I mean, who knows? See how how long I keep this YouTube thing up. Who knows? But I mean, so far this has been a very, very, very good trip to the mine. Like, wow, getting all the iron I could ever ask for. Didn't get any lapis, which... Oh, there's some right here. Nice. Yeah, I'll get some of this lapis as well. And then, if this didn't teach me that I really, really, really needed better food, and so I should probably focus on, getting that. I don't know what will. Let's get rid of this one egg. Hopefully that's not an egg supporting life. That would kind of be a bit unfortunate, wouldn't it? Oh wait, there's more. Missed some. So, where did I come from? I think it was like this way, right? Yeah. Okay. Dude. Yeah, I was like briefly talking about music again, and kind of suiting, there's music playing right now, so I can mention it. But I actually recently have been I've stopped using Spotify, and by recent, I guess it's not recent. It's been like 1 year now, but time really flies, doesn't it? When I stopped using Spotify, I just was trying to cut down on like subscriptions and stuff that I had. And I also I didn't like the idea that I wasn't keeping any of my music. And I have experienced, in the past of like a song I liked being taken down, and I was the kind of person who, wasn't really didn't really pay attention to the artist I was listening to, which, you know, definitely wasn't the best towards, I think giving respect at times to the people that you like their music from, but also, not remembering who it was. And so when the thing gets taken down and you don't know where to find it, maybe it's like you lose something and you probably wouldn't like to lose, but at the same time, it's like it's sort of like has anyone ever been passed out? I have. You feel nothing, right? You feel nothing at all because you're gone, and that's sort of what it was like to lose a song, right? And yeah, I just didn't want to experience that anymore, and so um, I've been making like an actual like big folder where I keep all my music, and I have about what, like 350 songs now. And dangerous. Didn't bring bed. Not the wrinkliest brain move I could have made. But I mean, we're good. We're good, right? We're fine. We make it back. House not that far. Um, but I did actually, again talking about music, um, have the name of the artists that I listen to as an example. Because I keep saying two genres when I would say that's like what the overwhelming majority of music I listen to would be kind of classified under those two genres. But there's a lot more, and so yeah, some artists I listen to: The Garden, Judas Priest, uh, System of a Down, Metallica, Dry Kill Logic, um, Melody's Echo Chamber, The Voids, Static X, and that's just to name a few. There's a lot more that I legitimately didn't even cover, um, and I think the house is this way. Um, but yeah, just let me know. Have you guys ever heard those bands? If not, I would recommend. I enjoy that sort of music, and like what Melody's Echo Chamber, um, really good vibe. Enjoy that artist, band. I'm not sure the classification for her music, but Shiram is like one of my all-time favorite songs. Um, and what growing up I really liked, again, like The Voids, and I still do. Um, I see my large house. This is one of the reasons I really like building buildings high up in the air, is because you can never miss them. You make some large straight line tower, and of course it's your beacon to safety. So far, yeah, this has been very, very nice trip, especially if I make it back without dying. Whoa, okay. Creeper blended in, doing his job. Guy should get a promotion. I almost ran into him. The last thing I need now. I should probably put some freaking railings on this thing. Maybe. Or like periodic points into which I can like get off, because worst thing that could happen is like a freaking skeleton, again, with their ridiculously powerful bows, shoot me. And no recovering from that, especially at the floor. Like if I get hit, it'll probably take me down 3 hearts, and then the rest will come from the fall. So, dude, what's up? Man, I think you got a lot to say, don't they? Parrot. Parrot with no name. We could actually make you a name tag. How's that sound, Parrot? Uh, dude, I think they liked it. He, she, what? I think they liked it. Cool. Um, Inventory management. Yeah, I wanted to get more leather to do this sort of like picture identification kind of thing. Because normally I just do signs, and nothing wrong with signs, but I just wanted to try something different this time around. Um, so yeah, let me just put this stuff away. Actually, definitely keep this out. I can make something. I can make stuff now. Obviously, the diamond pick. Where's Tobuscus when you need him, dude? Oh wait, he has like, because he has fallen out of grace. The fall. Dude, okay. Diamond sword. Nice. Okay, 4 diamonds left. What should I do with them? New boots? An axe? The boots are very tempting. I mean, I do want a pair of freaking boots. Some Gucci boots. Quick maths. Can I possibly figure out how much iron it takes to calculate to make a furnace? 30? 31? I think I have enough. But it has to be after a bit of waiting. So, dude. Also, what am I doing? I can freaking sleep. I think the last thing I wanted to say was I wanted to talk about a little bit more about technology, I guess. It's definitely a really big thing in my life, and I think in general, something I've been wanting to have more control over, because again, like I say all the time, I watch so many YouTube videos, and it's definitely not the best thing to do. I can actually make another picture frame, but I actually really wanted to get a dumb phone, to do that whole thing, but I think the thing that stopped me was just not having enough information to know whether or not I was able to have a support, to be supported in my area, because I mean that's clearly a thing when you're using a dumb phone. If not, you're gonna like have to carry some sort of I'm so rich I put a diamond here, but yeah, you have to worry about the carrier support, and with America not supporting the overwhelming amount of dumb phones out there, like what I think the Cat S22, or I think that's the one as most people recommend. I still need to be able to like use two-factor authentication and certain other applications, and so it can't be like a full-on dumb phone, which is a bit annoying. I really would like to do that, but I feel like that's kind of how the world is, right? They pushes you towards adopting technology, and very difficult to not. And I mean, we'll see if that can ever change one day. Hopefully it does. I mean, phones that come out nowadays, I mean, everything's so freaking boring, man. Am I right? Like, everything is just, what? Rectangular device. Rectangular thin device. Everything. Literally everything is that, and there's no innovation. And, that kind of really sucks. All right, and I'm back. I finally got enough material here to make the anvil, and now it's time to think of a name for Parrot here. Let's see. Oh shit. Yeah, that's a good name. Let me know what you guys think of Bonana here, and I think that'll do it though. Thanks so much for watching, and I think, we went to the mine, and what the heck, there's freaking, uh, what, what are they called again? Dude, I'm like blanking, dude. Losers? Pillagers. Pillagers, yes. I forgot the reason why they come over. Is it just because you're in a place for too long? I don't know. They're like seriously eyeing my fucking friends down there. That's not cool. Well, that seems like gonna be a thing that maybe we're gonna have to deal with next time. But anyways, again, yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you tune in next time. I'll think of some things to do, and yeah, have a good one.